NBC, part of the legacy media that is nothing but crap, decides to report Portland protest turns violent as federal police clear plaza. By that headline, you're led to believe that these protesters, these violent protesters, these rioters, were rioting against the police. In fact, if you look at the picture, you're led to believe that these violent rioters, well, they're MAGA supporters. Just look at them. You know they're not Antifa and BLM. They're not wearing black. In fact, you see several U.S. flags in the background. And, well, these people right here, these look like regular Americans. These don't look like the soy boys of the left. So NBC is trying to paint a picture with photo and words that the right was rioting against the police. But that's just if you go with the headline. It doesn't hold up in the story itself. The demonstration began at about noon near the Multnomah County Justice Center in Oregon's biggest city, local media outlets reported. Demonstrators hurled rocks and other items at each other and got into fights. The activist part of the right wing decided to fight the activist part of the left wing, or vice versa. Anyway, they started to mix it up. The police weren't involved. Images showed what appeared to be hundreds of people involved, many of whom were wearing helmets and carrying makeshift shields. Some demonstrators appeared to use pepper spray during clashes, and at least one person appeared to pull a gun. No arrests were reported. You see, all this fighting and rioting that was going on was between two groups, the alt-right and the alt-left, and the police said, hell, we're not in big enough numbers. Let them just mix it up as long as they don't cause too much trouble. Let's go on to another news source that shows the exact same picture and actually calls it a riot. This is from the AP. Riot declared outside Portland Public Safety Building. Again, as you can see, they're showing alt-right right here, but they're not showing the alt-left. They're showing people that are, I guess, Proud Boys and stuff, but they're not showing Antifa, and they're not showing the BLM all dressed in black, who these people are facing off with. And look at this. The gathering was later declared a riot. Not this gathering. By this time, the alt-right had gone home. The alt-left, though, Antifa and BLM, they decided to stay and riot some more. It wasn't declared a riot until after the alt-right went home. Officers had been hit with rocks, bottles, and other objects, police said. Numerous officers reported seeing people with some type of press identification throwing rocks at them, the agency reported. Remember how in Portland, Antifa and BLM said, well, you gotta have press credentials so that the police don't pick on you. Well, in a riot, these chameleons, people who want to try to hide their true intentions, will wear press credentials. Now here is the one picture where you see BLM and the alt-right facing off with each other. And let's read the statement. In the statement, Portland police said there had been a question about why the afternoon gathering wasn't declared a riot and why city police officers didn't intervene. Incident commanders have to determine whether police action will make things more dangerous, the statement said. Besides, probably the alt-right was winning against the alt-left, and the police were tired of the alt-left throwing rocks at them. In this case, there were hundreds of individuals and many weapons within the groups, and an extremely limited amount of police resources, police officers, actually available to address such a crowd, police said. Additionally, Portland police officers have been the focus of over 80 days of violent actions directed at the police by Antifa and BLM, which is a major consideration for determining if police resources are necessary to interject between two groups with individuals who appear to be willingly engaging in physical confrontations for short durations. So what the police are saying is, we didn't have enough feet on the ground. The alt-right, the alt-left were kicking each other's asses, so we decided to have a beer and laugh at them. Let's go on to the next story. This one from the Oregonian. Portland police respond to Saturday night demonstration with blockade, force riot declaration, where the afternoon riot wasn't declared a riot, partly because there weren't enough boots on the ground, partly because, well, two organizations decided to beat each other up, and the police said, "Go to it, boys." Let's take a quick look. Portland police made repeated announcements to stop, I tell you, stop fighting, but never moved in. The Bureau acknowledged in a press release that the dual demonstrations, oh yeah, met the definition of a riot, but police said they decided not to proclaim one, in part because only 30 officers were on hand to respond to the crowd. And it was a crowd of hundreds. Yeah, like I said, the police sat back on this one, deservedly so. Let's go on to the last news report I showed that really talks about the riot in more detail. This is from KGW8 in Portland. Police in Portland arrest 14 after riot declared in Penumbra Kelly building. And let's scroll through this, and we're going to see the demonstrators, the rioters right there. And there's a picture by the rioters, and there's a picture by the police of one of the rocks. Crap, that's a very large rock thrown by BLM or Antifa. The Portland Police Department released this photo of a rock that was allegedly thrown by protesters on Saturday, August 23. Police said it hit a Portland fire and rescue medic in the shin. These stupid rioters are even attacking fire and rescue now. They're not just attacking the police. They just want complete chaos. Let's go on a little bit more. We'll stop it right here. Take a look at this. There were lasers, there was rocks, there was pepper spray, there were batons, there were fire startings, there was probably a hell of a lot of graffiti going on that night. There's no wonder a riot was declared. You'd never know this, though, if you just decided to keep with the legacy media who were reporting nothing but crap.